If you think HIMS is just another telehealth stock, you might be missing the bigger picture. Today, February 19th, 2026, HIMS and HERS announced a major acquisition. At the same time, it remains one of the most heavily shorted stocks in the entire market. That combination really does matter, because when a stock is crowded on the short side and strong news hits, things can move fast. Now, the headline is really simple. HIMS announced it will acquire Eucalyptus in a deal valued at $1.15 billion, and short interest is sitting around 76.7 million shares sold short. That is roughly 41% of the public float. Right? That isn't a small number. Days to cover sits at around 4.4, so that is not light positioning. That is a crowded trade. In this video, we're going to break down the mechanics, what happened today, why short interest matters, and how short squeezes actually work, and what would need to happen for this to turn into a real squeeze moment.
Welcome to the game, it's the Instant Stocks by Mikhail Kuhar.
And if you don't know who I am, my name is Mikhail. I'm one of the partners at X10 Day Trade. We've been developing this software over the last 4 years that invites professional traders to come into your house without coming into your house and trade on your behalf. You can see our results here from as far back as 2022, and we project to make 8 to 15% returns every single month. So if you have at least $10,000 to allocate to invest, I'm a bigger believer and I structure my investments this way: 80% long-term, 20% in the short. And this is where I have my 20% and allows pro traders to trade on my behalf. I massively value freedom, and that's why I'm a partner inside of the business, because I don't want to be stuck looking at a screen all day. I let the pros do what they're good at, and then I get returns every single month. So if you're looking to find out more about that, down below there'll be a link under this video. You can jump on a call with me. I'll walk you through personally how the entire system works, find out your goals, what you're looking to achieve, in how long, and I'll let you know if it aligns for you. And honestly, I'll tell you if it doesn't. We have over 500 members on the inside now. These are some results. These are some results. And one of the biggest things that means the world to me and us at the team is the fact that people are asking, how can I get their friends and family involved? And if you want to see what the X10 team have got their eyes on right now, you can follow Danny on these 3 channels, and you can also follow myself on this channel. I'll be sharing different opinions and perspectives on each of these channels on HIMS every single day. So the more HIMS content you want, subscribe to both channels, and I'll see you twice a day. But without further ado, let's start the video. Let's start from the top down. HIMS is acquiring Eucalyptus, a digital health company that operates in Australia, the UK, Germany, Japan, and Canada. Now, the deal itself is valued at about $1.15 billion, but only $240 million is paid in cash at closing. They've been able to do this. They mitigate their risk and they actually spread it out. I like the move on this. Obviously, they didn't get the deal at the best possible price, because you can't usually get the deal at the best possible price and avoid the T's and C's and have everything the way you want in the deal. And how that's structured is it's deferred and tied to performance through till early 2029. And that structure really matters because Eucalyptus has served more than 775,000 clients, has facilitated nearly 2 million consultations, and they're already established. They have the framework, they have the foundation in all these countries. So they're running at more than 450 million in revenue. That is not a tiny little startup that they're working with. So this is an international platform being plugged directly into the HIMS machine. So if we talk about the other side of the story, short sellers. A short seller borrows shares, sells them, and hopes the stock goes down. If it drops, they buy back cheaper and they keep the difference. That's how it works. So if it rises, they lose money. And at some point, losses become painful and they buy shares to exit. That buying pushes the price higher, which pressures more shorts. That loop is a short squeeze. So right now, around 76 million shares are sold short, roughly 41% of the float. And in most normal stocks, short interest might be 5 to 10%. 44% is crowded. Now, days to cover is around 4.4. That means based on normal trading volume, it would take more than 4 full days for shorts to buy back all of those shares. If volume spikes, price can move very, very quickly. So if we add context to this, HIMS has faced regulatory and legal pressure in the United States, especially around weight loss medications. We've seen all the headlines if you've been following along. So that negative narrative helped build many short positions. So the bear story became very, very crowded. Then today, management shifts the narrative. They announce a global expansion. They show they are not trapped in one market, and we have earnings coming soon. So they are buying operating infrastructure across multiple countries. That creates a new storyline. That creates a new headline. And this is when retail investors can really react to this. And when the story changes, positioning can get uncomfortable. So if we talk about the comparison everyone makes, GameStop, You've seen me speak about this in other videos. Back in 2021, short interest exceeded 100% of the float. That was extreme. HIMS is not at that level, but around 41% is still very, very high. And the point is not that the companies are the same. The point is that crowded short trades can exit violently. So for a squeeze to happen, you need two things: pressure and a spark. Pressure is high short interest, and the spark can be positive news, strong earnings, guidance raises, or simply price refusing to go down. Today's acquisition is a spark. So if the stock starts rising, shorts begin covering, and that buying can add fuel. If options actively increases, and that can create additional buying pressure from market makers really hedging positions. So that is how moves really accelerate. So let's stay grounded with this though. A squeeze is not guaranteed. Nothing on this channel I speak to is guaranteed. I hope you know that by now. But high short interest does not force a stock to go up. It simply creates a potential for sharp moves. And if the narrative shifts along with the stock price, then the price begins to trend higher and higher. So the key question is really this: does this acquisition weaken the short thesis? If the market starts valuing HIMS as a global health platform instead of a company stuck in the US under regulatory pressure, positioning could really shift. And when positioning shifts in a crowded trade, exits are rarely calm. So when a stock is one of the most shorted in the market, good news does not just lift the price, it can pressure the shorts. Today, HIMS introduced a global expansion deal. Now, let's hope this deal comes through. Right now, it's not 100%, it's not signed, sealed, and delivered. It still needs to get past this phase, but the market can react just to the news itself. So the market decides what this really means to them. So I want your view. Do you see this as a slow recovery story over time? Or do you think this has the ingredients for a sharp squeeze movement? Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, if you're following along, if you're invested in HIMS, if you're looking to invest in HIMS, I'm not associated to them at all. I'm just a big believer in what this can do. And our team at X10 are notorious for being very early on trades that can go 5 and 10x. So if you want to find out more about HIMS, what's happening every single day in the market, subscribe below because I'll be bringing you videos like this every single day. I think I'm posting somewhere up to 14 videos a day every single day for you guys, and I hope this helps out. I'll see you in the next video.